improvement. A definite improvement. Almost. Hi and good morning. Well, I'm at a place I call the Clay Pit. I fished it a couple of times last year and caught absolutely nothing, so it perhaps doesn't bode well. But I was fishing on a bank to the side of me here, and while I was there, that's better, I've got a bit of exposure on my face now. When I was there, I noticed there were a couple of guys sitting in this spot I'm in now, catching fish, so I thought, okay, we'll give this a try today. And I've also brought maggots, which I didn't have last time, and that may be the secret of success. But it's a bit earlier in the year than I was here last time, so that's against me. On the opposite bank, there were a couple of guys, well, there's two sets of guys really, setting up for carp or carp fishing. So the other thing, slight problem, I came here for some peace and quiet because it is a very peaceful place, certainly compared to Field's End. But unfortunately, there's some tree surgeons just across the way from me. They've stopped at the moment, but their surgery involves quite a lot of noise. Anyway, I've plumbed up, I've put a bit of bait in, and ready to get going really. We'll see how we go. As I say, after a blank at Field's End, it's a bit of a risk coming here, but we'll see. I just fancy some peace and quiet today. And the sun's gone in, it's not as bright, so a bit chilly actually. So that may help a bit. Anyway, let's go. Well, the tree surgeons have just having a pause, so it's a good time to speak. This side, I don't know, what is it, about 4 foot there that I float, is a lot shallower than when I was fishing around the other bank, which was really, really deep. It'd be interesting to see if it fishes any differently. I've put some maggots out there where my float is, and I've also put a few down by this margin, which is about a foot shallower. And let's hope we can attract something. As I say, I'm giving myself a bit of a challenge really, because I didn't catch anything here on the last two visits. One was in April, I think, last year, and one was in May. And I didn't have maggots on that occasion, I only had corn with me. So today I brought some maggots, and the problem was over there, and it may well be the same here, that there was quite a layer of silkweed or a similar type of blanket weed on the bottom. And there's no immediate interest. Perhaps I was hoping for too much to think there would be immediate interest. I bought me 14-foot Shimano match rod today because I didn't think I'd be catching anything enormous, if at all. With the Rapidex centre pin, and I think it's 4 or 5 pound line, but there's a I'm not sure, I think it's a 2.5 pound hook length on this today. I didn't change it from the last time I was out. I think it was a 2.5 pound, so fairly light. It is really peaceful, other than a bit of a bird noise. When the tree surgeons are having pauses or in between cutting and chopping up, it really is peaceful. Well, no immediate success. I didn't expect it, to be honest. I'm really not sure what's in here. I know there are some roach and rudd because I have caught those many years ago now. I don't know if there are perch in here. I would expect so. I would expect there are pike in here, but because it's not a stocked commercial as such, it's a very natural old lake, but it has been stocked with some decent carp, and there is a sort of normal membership which is quite cheap. I can't remember how much it is, which is just for general course fishing, and then there is a carp syndicate that fishes here, so I don't know how much that is, but I think it's quite a challenging water for the carp as well. Well, there was nothing doing out when the first spot I tried there, so I've now moved to nearer the margin. But interestingly, the maggots came up with sort of mud on them, so it's almost as if the bottom, they were foraging in the bottom, the maggots, which is interesting. So there's no sign of that silkweed, but certainly the bottom is suspect. I just tried putting the float right under that tree there. Now, I really need a 9-foot rod, not a 14-foot rod for this, but I tried it and I got a bite. And unfortunately it came off, but it wasn't massive, but it did feel a reasonable fish. Now, that's probably spooked everything, but I'm going to try it again. But apologies for the noise, but the tree surgeons are doing their best to make life very uncomfortable. Non-stop bloody noise. It's Yes, yes, we have succeeded. It's a little roachlet. So, there are fish here. I must admit, the first fish I made contact with, which came off, felt a bit better than that one, but yeah, I came here today for some peace and quiet, but this is not peace and quiet, it's absolutely rubbish. It's just bad luck really, isn't it, when you come here and someone's cutting trees down. Yeah, this is very tricky with a 14-foot rod, I assure you. Losing the first one obviously didn't spook them. That looks like a bite. Yeah. Trouble is I have to get it right under the tree to I don't know what's wrong with this rod today, but the line's not running through it very well. I'm not actually taking the float under, that's the thing. Now, I think I may change my hook size. I think they're little rod, aren't they? I think I may get an 18 hook out. This hook's too big. Well, I've changed to an 18 hook, and these tree surgeons seem to have, they're still at it, but they've moved a bit further away because the noise isn't anywhere near as, yeah, I'll carry on with my pole fishing with a match rod. I need to get really into near the tree, that's the thing. They're obviously congregating right under the tree there in the relative safety. Oh, there we go. Oh, that one came off. Let's give them some free offerings. This is daft fishing, really. This is called Tiddler snatching, in the hope of something better. It seems you only get a bite when you get right in the tree, which is very difficult to do with this rod. When I first tried going under this tree, I expected to get a perch rather than a rod, I must admit. Well, we got some peace and quiet at last. That one's a bit better. I have to check my rod, the line's not running through properly. I don't know what's happened, but something's catching. Just so small this hook I can hardly see it. Just diddy little rud, but nice. There's an almighty great splash. You can just about see the ripples subsiding. Just there's sort of a reed bed in line with the tree in front of me, and just the other side of that, an almighty great splash. I think it was a carp turning on the surface. Yeah, not today. Peace and quiet at last. Perhaps our tree men have gone for lunch or a snack or something. Absolute racket they make. Strange, unless I get this float literally right into the mass of the branches, which is extremely difficult to do, I don't get a bite. The risk of getting the risk of losing everything, that's the trouble. There you are, there's a bite straight away. Look, the float's lifted up. Oh no. Well, peace and quiet at the moment. I think I may have spooked even the Tiddler rod. I managed to lose a hook in the tree, which was inevitable the way I'm trying to thread this float under the branches, I suppose. But I'll just put a bit of corn on, see if that makes any difference. In terms of if something takes it, it may be a bit bigger. The smaller rod are feeding, and I would assume the bigger fish might also be feeding. But How to get to them is another matter, or where to find them. Perhaps I'll put a worm down there, see if there's any perchies. The corn's not doing anything. But the maggots stopped producing as well, so I may have spooked them even though they're tiddlers. Okay, I'm just lowering a worm into the tree hole. Don't know if you can spot the robin who's keeping me company. I can't throw maggots at the moment because I'm holding the rod. And I'm right in the sort of spot where I was getting the bites before with a worm on, but nothing's happening, so either the little rod have decided they've had enough, or there's no perch there. I'm still catching the little rudd and roach in the forlorn hope that something better may come along, but I'm not sure it will. The tree surgeons have stopped, but now we've got a tractor in the background. Who said the countryside was peaceful? Oh yeah, I think they're getting smaller, that's the trouble. They're not getting bigger. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I said I wanted some sport today, but I'm not sure this qualifies. My finger's bleeding because I managed to put the hook in it. That's the trouble with very small sharp hooks. Oh, tiddly, tiddly. I have a sneaking feeling that's all there is down there. I don't think there are any bigger ones. But I'm not getting a bite anywhere else. I tried on the other side of the swim and didn't get a touch. The only place I seem to be able to get a bite is under this tree, which is fine, but unfortunately I think they're all small ones. You see the float run off. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to get anything bigger today. Wishful thinking, I think. That one feels a bit better. Oh, an improvement. A definite improvement. Almost too big to swing. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm not doing very well here. Sometimes I've got trees above, I'm a bit restricted to... Well, that is definitely an improvement. A great improvement. It's funny, this place, you need to get the float right in. It needs to be right in the edge. I think the line's caught on something now. Yeah. That's not good. That's right, I think. Yeah. But they're only little tiddlies. Very tiddly. Well, I think I've lost count of the little roach and rudd that I've pulled out of this spot, but unfortunately it doesn't seem possible to get anything bigger. We'll keep trying. You never know, there may be some bigger fish in the shoal. Just started raining lightly, so I've just gone and dismantled my camera, my other camera. It's not waterproof, and covered up my tackle with. Yeah, if the rain gets too heavy, I'm going to pack in because I haven't got an umbrella. I'll just get everything gets soaked. So, they did say we might have an occasional shower today, but I was fingers crossed it wouldn't happen. No, I may call it a day, I think, because I don't really want to get wet as well. I'm not catching anything of any note, and I'm not sure I'm going to catch anything of any note. They've all been about the same stamp, really. The biggest one was probably about 3 ounces, so 2 or 3 ounces perhaps. So yeah, I think I may call it a day. Okay, we'll sign off in the car today. Oh dear. Anyway, I caught some fish, which was something, so it wasn't a blank, but they were all very, very small fish. And it started raining. I had waterproof clothes on, obviously, but I didn't have a brolly, so I didn't see there was a great deal of prospect of catching anything much better, to be honest. So I decided to call it a day. It's sort of 1:30. I was going to pack up at 2 anyway. So yeah, some tiny roach, some tiny rudd, and very tricky. The only place I seemed to be able to get a bite was under that tree, which was weird. Anyway, so that's it for the clay pit today, and in fact the ticket for the clay pit is the 1st of April to the end of March, so I've just got in on last year's ticket. So I'll have to think about whether I buy myself a ticket for this year to see whether I come back again. I've never yet really fished it in the height of summer. I fished it last spring, and I'm back here this spring, so I ought to really give it a try when all the lily pads are up, and that it might be a better prospect. So anyway, so that's where we are. So thanks for watching, as always, and I hope you're doing better out there than I am at the moment. Transitions from the rivers to the lakes hasn't gone that great, so yeah, so and until the next time, I'm away next week, so it won't be next week. So until the next time, it's cheers as usual, and good fishing out there. Bye.